Hi, Leslie Snow with Long Life Fitness here to offer you this mini class. Today we're going to focus on eagle posture and internal rotation of the hips. This class uses the chair for the first half for seated postures, and then we'll stand and do some of these postures standing. Of course, you can stay in the chair the whole time if you like. We'll use the chair then for support. So first, a few precautions. We will avoid extreme forward flexion, especially if you have any spinal or disc bone issues, osteoporosis. This way we can protect the spine better. If you have glaucoma, avoid putting your head lower than your heart. Don't want any extra pressure. And if you have pain in a joint on one side, a shoulder, hip, knee, let's rest the painful side or at least reduce the range of motion until you don't have any pain signals going to the brain. Or you can just rest the painful side and do the less painful side twice. Today I wanted to talk about flow. What is flow? I'm sure you have found flow in different activities. I find flow when I teach or practice yoga, when I read in bed, when I hike in nature, make art, have great conversations with friends over good food. Flow is a state of body mind that's concentrated yet relaxed. I'm sure you've experienced flow. What activities have you experienced flow? Flow is a wonderful state to be in. You're in the golden present. You're in the now. Time slows. It puts us in this parasympathetic nervous system state, the rest and digest, as opposed to the sympathetic flight or flight one that can cause anxiety. Flow is easier to achieve if we concentrate on what we're doing. We have to give our minds something to do. So flow is easier if we work at a level that's not too difficult and it's not too easy that we get bored. Yoga uses the Tristana method that yokes the posture, the gaze, and the breath. This is what gives our mind something to do. We are so busy with these activities that your mind has to stay focused on the present moment. So let's chant Aum one time. Inhale. Aum. Thank you for viewing. Let's go to our chairs. Make sure your chair is stable, like mine is. I have it on my mat, no wheels or arms, it's best. Let's sit in your best mountain pose. Feet flat, under your knees. Ankles, knees, and hips in one line. Lift the tailbone. Stack the vertebrae, one on top of the other. Lift the shoulders up to the ears, roll them back to the back half of the ribs. Lift the head. Hands on your thighs. You can put them in gesture if you like. Close your eyes. Let's become aware of our bodies. Help our ability to sense what's going on in our bodies. Close your eyes and focus on the head. Feel the mass of the head on the neck. Your head over the pelvis. Now notice your neck. Notice the curve in your neck. We're scanning the body from head to toe and noticing any areas of pain, tension, discomfort, itching. Now notice your shoulders, your spine. Can you feel the curve of your low back? Your pelvis, its weight. Are you on your sit bones or your tailbone? Notice your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your heels, the soles of the feet, the tips of the toes. Now notice your breath to flow freely. How does the breath feel in your nostrils, in your sinuses, in your throat? Notice the subtle aspects of your breath. Let's warm up our shoulders. Open your eyes and our hips. Let's do some neck rolls. So I like to tuck my chin into my chest on the exhale, gazing downward, and on the inhale, twist. So my shoulder is over my chin is over my shoulder, and inhale up to noon. Exhale down to the second side shoulder, twisting, and then come back to center. Repeat, inhale, smooth, pain-free, controlled movements, and exhale down. Now let's reverse. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Come to neutral. Let's put our hands down. Shoulder rolls. So we're going to make big circles with our shoulders. Let's keep our thumbs front. We'll do internal, external rotation later. Inhale and exhale. Raise the shoulders up and inhale as you push them back and down. Exhale forward and up. Are you hitting all the points on those circles? Inhale back and down. Exhale forward and up. Let's reverse it. Go to the end of the range of your motion. Pain-free, of course. And exhale forward and down. Inhale back and up. Yes. Relax. Let's do flat back torso rotations, help warm up our core and our hips. I'm turning so you can get a better view. Sit up straight, inhale, and exhale, stretch forward, flat back. And inhale, go around to one side, and exhale, come forward. As if you're drawing a big circle on the ceiling. 3, inhale, exhale. 4, inhale, And now let's reverse. Inhale, feel what's happening in your body. Exhale. You feel the muscles in your core working. Hold on to the chair if you feel unstable at any time. And 4. And inhale, come back. I'm starting to feel a little warmer, a little more alive. Let's do seated sun salutations. Just follow along. We'll go slowly first. We'll do it a few times. Inhale, look up, upward salute. Exhale, seated forward bend, flat back. Let's have the thumbs out, skiers, arms up and back, stretch, stretch, stretch. And inhale, grab that shin, pull it to your chest, shoulders down, extend the spine. And exhale, seated forward bend again. Second side, shin to chest, shoulder blades down, look up. Exhale, looking downward. And inhale, both arms up. Upward salute again. Look up at the thumbs if you can, or straight out. And exhale. Arms down. We'll do this again. So I'm just trying to give you a better view. Inhale up. Exhale. Seated forward bend, skiers arms. Inhale, grab the shin, pull it to the chest. Extend the spine, look up. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Ready? Inhale. And exhale. Thumbs out. Inhale. Big breaths. Exhale. Even bigger. All of the air out. More air in. Expand those ribs. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Notice how you feel. Ready to continue? Let's do some dynamic shoulder stretching. We're doing eagle posture today. So we have to have some mobility in our shoulders. So these exercises are very good for that. Dynamic stretches works all the soft tissues. So let's put our arms out in horizontal extension, and we're going to bounce them backwards and let that bounce bring the arms forward until the elbows cross, or as much as you can, right? We'll alternate the arm on top in the front and the X. So it looks like this. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Got it? Sit up straight, keep your spine straight. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Breathe, 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 and relax. Good. So you can just relax your arms for a moment. Internal, external rotation, perhaps. Stillness, perhaps. We'll practice our eagle arms now. Build some strength. So I have my dominant arm on top, and cross your arms as much as possible. To do that, you have to squeeze your pectorals, right? As if you're pushing against a wall on each side of you. Push and contract. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You feel those muscles working? Now, if you can fold your elbows, maybe you can reach here or here. I have my hands right in front of my face. You can bring them up and down, move them around. Feel what's happening between your shoulder blades in the back. Squeeze those arms together even more. Maybe you can do this. Get the elbows together. Okay, relax. Good. Second side. Cross the elbows. Non-dominant arm on top, or the one you didn't do already. Press those walls apart. Press. 2. Breathe. 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 Now fold the elbows. Flex the elbows. See if you can't wrap the hands and put them forward. You'll feel a good stretch in the back. Keep squeezing those elbows, crossing them. You'll feel strength working in the chest, those pectoral muscles firing. You feel it. Gaze into the hands. You can move those elbows around. Breathe. 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 And exhale. Relax. That's strenuous, isn't it? Let's work on our hips. We're going to work on our inward rotation today. And that happens when we cross our legs. So let's work on the strength of our hip flexors. We really need those hip flexors to be able to lift our leg, used in walking, going up and down stairs. So lift one leg, your dominant leg, keeping the spine straight. See how high you can lift it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And now can you cross that leg over? Do your best to bring those legs closer together. And relax. If that's difficult, crossing the legs, you can just squeeze the knees together as hard as you can. Let's do the non-dominant side. Hands where you will, on the chair, your waist, lift up one knee, lift it, keep the spine straight, head lifted. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And can you cross the leg or just squeeze the legs together? Squeeze. And relax. Full boat. You can wrap your legs if perhaps. Doing this always makes me feel like a cat again. And try that. Squeezing. So the legs and the arms are doing the same thing virtually. But so I have my dominant arm on top. I'm going to have my non-dominant leg on top so we get that cross in the upper and lower body. Let's put the whole thing together. So let's do the legs first. So squeeze the legs together. I'll turn this way for a better view. Squeeze the legs together, or lift and cross the legs and squeeze the legs together. There should be no gap in the knees. Aim for that. No gap between the knees. Either the knees are on top or together here. There's no gap. Dominant arm up. Again, you can bring your elbows together like this. No gap between the elbows. Now squeeze all the energy to the middle of the body. Find your central axis. Lift the head. Inhale and exhale. Flat back, shift forward. Gaze into the hands. Breathe. Breathe. Squeeze it. Keep that strength going. Breathe. 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 Squeeze in. Inhale, come up to vertical. Release the hands and release the legs. Pause. How does that feel? Second side. Legs. across, or just bring the knees together. Close the gap between the knees, squeezing everything to your central axis. Non-opposite arm is the leg that's on top. Elbows together. Bring the elbows underneath. Again, no gap in the elbows. Twist as much as you can. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, flat back. Hinge at the hip. Breathe. Breathe. Squeeze them together. Breathe. Gaze. Breath. Posture. Breathe. Couple more breaths. Feel what's happening in the body. And inhale, come to neutral. Release the arms and release the legs. And relax. Let's do some windshield wipers with the knees. Feel better? Again, no pain. You're going to stand up. Doing chair posture. You can just stand up, or we can come into chair first. You want to come into chair, bring your feet close to the chair. I'll turn for the better view. And hip hinge, shifting the weight forward, but the back, the spine is straight line. From the crown of the head to the tailbone. Hold on to the chair or put your hands where you will, where you're comfortable. I'll put mine on my waist. Shift forward and inhale. Exhale, up. Come into that chair posture. Breathe. 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 And inhale, come up. We'll come into standing mountain posture. Have your feet under your knees, just like seated mountain posture. Our hips, knees, and ankles are all in one line. That hip flexor, it's that width that we need. Lift the toes, spread them, set them down. Notice the soles of the feet. Pull the toes gently back. Lift the arches. Let's have soft knees, so that means they are extended but not hyperextended. Very important for knee health. Neutral pelvis. Roll the shoulder blades down on the back. Lift up the head. Imagine you're against the wall. Breathe. Gaze down the nose. Breathe. 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 And relax. Let's have our chair in front of us. Practice some squats. Otherwise known as chair. Let's do chair posture again. Then we'll add on. So have the chair in front of you. Stability if you need it. Lift the tailbone and push it back as you flex your knees. Come into the chair posture. Now shift your weight to one leg. Can you lift up one leg? Put it down and stand up. Inhale and exhale. Come into chair posture again. Lift the second leg. Maybe here, maybe all the way off the floor. Notice how your center axis changes so that your weight is over that one foot. Do it again. Come into that chair posture. Now maybe you can cross your ankles or your leg. Or just do what we did a minute ago, a moment ago. Stand up, inhale, and exhale. This is a great, shift your weight. Great posture to do every other day. Good strength building in that leg. So we can get up out of the chair. Bring the tailbone lifted. That nice flat back. As if you have a stick. Right? Find that straight line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And inhale, come up. We're going to try our eagle posture now. The first step to any one-legged balance is to find your balance on both feet. Make sure your chair is handy if you should lose your balance. Now, come into that chair posture, just like we did. We're gonna either just bring our legs together, lift one leg, or cross one leg over. See if you can't do that. You can keep the tip of the toes on the ground or lift them up. That's up to you. Squeezing the legs together. We want to bring all our energy into the central axis. So I have my dominant leg on top. Find your non-dominant arm and lift it up. Put it right in your central axis. Maybe you can bring the other hand up or bring it underneath. Try to find a few breaths in that balanced position, squeezing everything in. Breathe. 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 Come out of that. Inhale up. Let's do the second side. I'm just going to stay this angle, but so my non-dominant leg is going to, let's come into chair pose and then bring that other leg up and over. I'm keeping the tips of my toes down, squeezing my legs together, dominant arm up. Get the elbow right in front of my chest. Spread the toes. Notice the soles of the feet. Maybe you can lift a hand up off the chair, your support. Keep the tailbone lifting. Squeeze it all together. Breathe. That when you're ready. How's that? You'll get better with practice. Face the back of the chair and bring one leg back. Be sure you're close enough so you can maintain your grip on the chair. We're going to bring the other arm up. Push this hip forward as you do a kind of back bend, stretching those hip flexors that we've been using. Bringing, coming into that back bend. Breathe. And up. Step the feet together. Pause. Side. Second leg back. Make sure the legs are parallel, not turned out. So both feet are facing forward. Opposite hand on your support. Your hand up. Push the hips forward as you bend backward, stretching those hip flexors. The front of the hip of the back leg, the front side. Breathe. And exhale. Step the feet together. Find your balance. Find your breath. Find your gaze down the nose. Come back to our chairs. Come into a wide stance. Open our arms out. Do some cool down. Inhale. And exhale, side bend. Now twist, connecting the knee and the shoulder energetically. Come around to the front. Keep that navel in. Spine supported. Flat back if you have any issues. Gaze. Second side. And twist open. And inhale. And go back the other way. Inhale. Exhale. Twist. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that stretch in the back. Inhale. Repeat. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Inhale. And exhale. Bring feet together. Let's come into seated child pose. Put your elbows on your knees. Keep the back flat if you wish. Or if you feel safe, flex forward. But keep the energy in the tailbone lifting to protect your spine. Breathe and relax. Come up to neutral. Come back into the seated mountain posture. Let's again notice our bodies, what's happening inside. Close your eyes, hands and gesture on your thighs. Again, we'll scan the body, noticing any areas of tension, stress, pain, discomfort, asymmetry. Compare your body now to how it felt at the beginning of our session today. Bring your attention to your head, your neck, your shoulders, arms and hands, your spine, are your shoulders over your hips, your pelvis. Are you sitting on your sit bones, on your tailbone? Lift your tailbone up. Knees, thighs, calves, ankles, heels, soles of the feet. And you feel your arches, those spaces under your arches. Notice your breath. Notice the inhale and the exhale. Compare the difference in temperature in the in breath and the out breath. Feeling good, feeling very good, feeling so much better than before, feeling at peace. Know that you can carry this peaceful feeling with you throughout the day and share it with others. And every time you share, you feel even more peaceful yourself. Let's have our closing ritual, chanting Aum one time, hands together. Inhale for Aum. Aum. Gratitude. Thank you for viewing.